Okay, so part two. And yes, I have notes. But part two is about why people confuse the twin flame runner chaser dynamic with karmic relationships. But many people do, okay? Many people mistake the twin flame runner chaser dynamic for a toxic or karmic relationship, and very understandably so. Both can involve emotional turmoil, intense attachment, and cycles of union and separation. But the intention, energy, and soul purpose behind them are very different. So let's go over some key differences. Karmic versus twin flame dynamics. Um, let's talk about the aspect of the core purpose. So a karmic relationship will resolve karma and teach through contrast. Where on the other hand, your twin flame journey will awaken and evolve spiritually through mirroring. Then you've got the aspect of energy. So, in a karmic relationship, it's heavy, repetitive, and draining. Okay? You have the twin flame journey where it's intense, but ultimately it's expansive. Then you've got the aspect of communication. A karmic relationship, often manipulative or emotionally reactive. And then you've got the twin flame journey, which is triggering, but this here, it leads to deep self awareness. Then we go down to growth. Well, in a karmic relationship, this usually ends once the lesson is learned. Okay? Then, in comparison to the twin flame journey, growth is ongoing. Okay? Whether union happens or not. Then you look at pain. In a karmic relationship, it's often rooted in control, fear, or unresolved trauma. A twin flame journey, pain emerges as a mirror for healing, not punishment. Aspect of intent. So, in a karmic relationship, one will seek power or validation. A twin flame journey, both serve each other's higher evolution, even if apart. So it's so easy to think that if someone runs, avoids intimacy, or causes pain, they must be karmic or toxic. But the twin flame dynamic, the runner isn't hurting the chaser to be cruel, okay? They're running from their own shadow. So, in turn, they're not running from the other person. The chaser is usually the more spiritually awake, one at the time. Talked about that in a previous reading, but this is one who sees the connection clearly. The runner feels overwhelmed by intensity, unhealed trauma, or the spiritual pressure of soul recognition. It's hard. So yes, the divine masculine or divine feminine will not intentionally hurt their counterpart. Okay, but that doesn't mean there won't be pain. Okay, but there is never intent to harm in the twin flame journey. Divine masculines or feminines do not do that. So, what the pain really is, it's a mirror showing what still needs healing in you. It brings up abandonment wounds, fear of rejection, or codependency. It initiates deep inner union, which must happen before external reunion. So while a karmic partner may wound to control, exploit, or manipulate, a true twin flame may trigger your wounds, but never with malice or intent to harm. That is a crucial difference. Crucial. So, the things that cause confusion, one is romanticizing the pain, thinking suffering means it's a twin flame. Mislabeling trauma bonds, deep familiarity isn't always divine. It can be karmic or trauma related. So, chasing someone who is abusive, abuse is never a part of a divine plan. It's just not. So, if someone is harming you intentionally, that is not divine or feminine energy at all. Okay? So, how to know the difference? Does this connection pull you toward your higher self, or does it pull you into cycles of pain without growth? When apart, do you feel empowered to grow or stuck and diminished? Do they mirror your soul or manipulate your wounds? Your intuition, not just your emotions, will guide you toward truth. So, true twin flame love honors the sacredness of each soul's healing timeline. Okay? It's not about getting the person, it's about becoming your divine self. So, in that space, even separation is sacred and union becomes a byproduct of wholeness. The twin flame journey, it's deeply nuanced. And over time, many souls have experienced variations of the flame connection that serve specific purposes in their awakening. And while there's no official spiritual textbook for this, there's not, but I really want to go over the grounded and soul honoring breakdown of most commonly referenced flame related energies. One of the different variations of the flame connection is one being the true twin flame. The purpose is deep spiritual awakening, unconditional love, and soul ascension. Energy, pure mirror, intense, sacred, challenging, yet transformative. The signs are deep soul recognition, mirroring of shadows, spiritual activation, mutual growth, even in separation, union, may or may not result in romantic and or physical union in this lifetime because it depends on soul contracts, okay, and healing timelines. They are not perfect, but they push you toward your highest self, often without even realizing it. Then you have the catalyst flame, or what some people call the soul spark. So their purpose prepares you for the true twin flame or deep soulmate by awakening your soul. The energy behind it feels intense like a twin flame at first, but it lacks, the lasting soul resonance, right? The signs are sudden activation of spiritual gifts, ego breakdown, massive life shifts, short-lived, or it just ends abruptly. But why they matter is the fact that they crack open your heart, okay? They show you who you are not, and they often awaken the desire for divine connection. So often mistaken for a twin flame, but you'll realize in hindsight that they were just a gateway, not a destination. Okay, then you've got number 3, the false twin flame. And we'll come back for part 3 and go through the rest.